Everything you own owns a piece of you. So if it is not lifting you up, then it's probably weighing you down. And it might be draining your bank account too. Most people think that building wealth is all about making money, accumulating more and more material things. But what if the secret is actually owning less? Minimalism is not just about decluttering your home, it's about making space for wealth, focus, and freedom. If you don't simplify your life, you will be leaking money, energy, and time without even realizing it. It's so easy to get stuck earning just to maintain a lifestyle that is not even aligned with your dreams. So simplifying your life frees up cash flow and time so that you can finally invest in your goals and build real wealth. So how did getting rid of synthetic underwear and deleting old apps help me build wealth? I'll explain that in a minute, but first, why should you listen to me? So I'm a digital nomad, and when I first started out, I had a massive suitcase, and I almost gave up on my digital nomad dream because of the awkwardness of having to carry around big amounts of luggage. I had lots of subscriptions going on. My digital life was chaos. There was folders everywhere, and I was way too scattered to focus on growing my business. Until one day I realized that my stuff was stealing my success. The biggest problem isn't that you don't have enough money, it's that you're spending too much time, energy, and money managing things that don't move the needle. A cluttered life leads to cluttered finances. Without further ado, here are the 3 things I did to simplify my life to grow wealth. The first thing I did was to spend less on non-essentials, so I had more money to invest. The longer I was a digital nomad, the more I realized what I actually don't use and that I can live a happy life with less stuff. And actually, the less stuff I had, the more free and happy I felt. So I stopped spending on impulse purchases, decorations that didn't kindle joy or add much, and trendy items I didn't actually need. Which means that I have never needed to rent storage space. I only own things that I actually use. According to a 2023 study, the average person spends over $18,000 a year on non-essentials. That is crazy. So audit your monthly spending. What can you cut out without affecting your happiness? Write in the comments to affirm, I release what doesn't serve me so I can receive what's aligned with my purpose. The second thing I did to simplify my life and grow wealth was to lower my living costs. For example, I used to be subscribed to several streaming platforms like Amazon Prime, Netflix, etc. And I would have many app subscriptions as well. And it's an easy trap to fall into because we feel like, oh, there's not enough things to watch and there's so many cool apps and most of them requires now a monthly subscription. But I've managed to narrow it down to the essentials for my happiness. So I have Amazon Prime because that helps me also to save money on shipping for Amazon products. And the only 2 apps I subscribe to is Ladder, which is a fitness app. Highly recommend because it will save you money on gym memberships. And then ParrotPal, which is a calorie and step counting app. All other apps, I just use the free version. I'm going to take this one step further actually and also downsize. We now live in a 3-bedroom house and we don't really use all the rooms. We really just need a 1 bedroom. So that's another great way to cut costs, to downsize. So your action for this step is to review your subscriptions and memberships. Which ones are non-negotiables? They give you significant happiness, significant growth, and which ones do you not use or feel are unnecessary, or you can just use the free version. Perhaps you go to the gym but you very rarely use it because it's a long drive. Well, then maybe you can invest in some dumbbells and a yoga mat and just work out at home. I'm curious to hear actually which subscriptions you have currently and which ones you are planning on removing. The third lesson is the more time and focus, the higher your income potential. Just like most people, I developed a social media addiction a few years ago, and what's really worked for me, I've tried so many things, but what really worked is to have a limit on my phone. So if you have an iPhone, you can actually go to screen time in settings and put up a limit for different apps. So I have a 20-minute Instagram limit. So when those 20 minutes are up, I can't click on the app. And if you have Android, I think you can do this as well. If not, then you can download apps that will block apps for you. I also time block in my calendar. I will say 8 to 9 is make breakfast and tea. And then I have a work block, lunch block, exercise block, etc. So when I have my work block, that's all I do. No distractions, no going on social media, no getting distracted in any way. And that have really helped me to focus on my business and making money. What you release makes room for what you truly desire. And this doesn't apply just for digital stuff, but also for your physical stuff. A study from 2022 showed that people are wasting 2.5 days a year just looking for lost items. When I decluttered my home, my brain stopped feeling foggy, I had energy to focus on my goals and not managing my mess. This is why monks really focus on cleaning. They clean every single day because they know that a cluttered home means a cluttered mind. So the more zen and less things you have, the more you'll be able to have focus, energy, and happiness. Your action step for this is what I call the purpose purge weekend, where you take a whole weekend to declutter your life on all levels. On Saturday, you declutter physical and relational clutter, and on Sunday, you declutter digital and mental. So start with physical decluttering. Go room to room and pick up each thing and ask, would the future me who is living my purpose actually use this? So in my case, I threw out a lot of synthetic underwear because it's bad for you, especially underwear because it's so close to the skin. Cookbooks, I never use it. I usually just use like from blog articles or from Instagram. That's where I get my recipes. Same with old magazines. I don't read magazines anymore. Same with old books that I don't plan on rereading. Literally go item to item, like pick it up and ask, okay, is it a hell yes? And if it's not, then it's a hell no. Or like Marie Kondo says, does it kindle joy? And when you get to the kitchen, throw out old food and food that doesn't align with your health goals. And then on Saturday, you will declutter relational as well. Ask yourself which people or relationships in your life is draining you. Not everyone is supposed to be your friend forever, right? They can be in a season of your life, and that is just as beautiful. And on Sunday, do digital decluttering. Unfollow people that don't serve you. Delete apps you don't use. Remove notifications that are not urgent. Organize your folders into 3 most common buckets. In my case, it's personal, work, and finance. And then finally, do your mental decluttering. What limiting beliefs are you holding on to? For example, that maybe you think you're unlovable, you're afraid of success, etc. Ask yourself what habits are keeping you stuck. Maybe you're sleeping in, you're procrastinating. And ask yourself, what are your standards for yourself? For me, it is working out every single day, even if it's just a gentle yoga. And also for me, going on a walk every single day. Or it could be having 1 cheat meal day per week, for example. After this decluttering, trust me, you're gonna feel so free and focused on your dreams. Now, if you don't actually know how to fulfill your dream, how to turn your passion into an income, then definitely check out my video here on YouTube on how to make money online from your passion.